right, y'all. Welcome back, man. It's your boy D-Friend back in the building for another live stream, another episode. D-Friend Daily. It's late night tonight, but fuck it, we here. As long as we here, that's all that really matters. Keep moving. Life's great. Let's get to it. So, I know, whether you're watching live, whether you're watching the playback, salute to you. I know that as me being one of the, foremost Drake aficionados, one of the foremost, Drake fans, that I was going to get a lot of shit from, a couple of my subscribers, pretty much the ones that are the most talkative, the Flying Lows, the Charles Edward Cheeses, the guys that like the older shit, maybe the Tidy Jones. Like, I know I was going to get some shit when this new Drake project dropped. We talked about it the other night. So, initially, when I saw the Drake dropped, I was excited. I was ready to go. And then, once the album began, I was a little bit perplexed, to say the least. I was a little bit confused because when I saw the release, I was like, okay, here we go. Drake about to drop another classic. I don't know if it's going to, I was reading if you were here before the chat went down, before they sabotaged me. I was giving a little bit of synopsis just based off the track. I was like, okay, we can get some lovey-dovey vibes. I'm cool with that. I don't need just a Drake rap, go crazy, do all that. I like the take cares. I like stuff like that. I like the views. I like things like that. Mix it all in together. And then one of the people said, oh, you know what? I see that Gordo, which is formerly known as DJ Carnage, is a part of the project, and Black Coffee is a part of the project. They told me it's going to be a dance album. So, okay, I was like, okay, Drake, dance. We've seen it before, Passion Fruit, My Diarrhea. I'm like, he's done little vibes like that before. Initially, I was like, okay, this is going to be his, in my opinion, like a lot of people love this fucking album. I don't get it. To Pimp a Butterfly or For Your Eyes Only. Like, these are the albums that, of our greats. That, okay, that's like a little throwaway, right? We'll let you have that one. And I guess Kendrick's wouldn't even be To Pimp a Butterfly. It'd be maybe Untitled, right? Just to be respectful. But I ain't going to lie to you. I am not going to lie to you people. As soon as I got into my car and I started riding around, my entire perspective on the album completely flipped. I went from this is the thing, not even like the songs were trash, because I don't think, honestly, like no bias and shit like that, I don't think Drake makes trash music. I just think it wasn't what I was looking for. So when I got it, I initially had that initial pushback, like, what the fuck is this? Why is Drake doing this? He could have just rapped. He had nothing to talk about. He wasn't in the island with Jack Harlow when he was in the island with Jack Harlow, and he did Churchill Downs. You couldn't have kept that energy from Churchill Downs and transferred to your project, but the GOAT wanted to go another route. The GOAT wanted to go a different lane. He wanted to steer us somewhere else we haven't been before. He wanted to open our eyes to a new genre, a new sunset, a new world of music. And people are clowning Drake. They're saying it's a flop. They're saying, oh, he's only doing 230. Kendrick did 298. What's the world coming to? Let's be honest. Now, you can call it technicality. You can call it whatever. Drake single-handedly dropped the biggest dance album of all time. Now, I know it's not rap, but you can't say someone dropping the big flop. And when I looked at it from that lens, I'm like, okay, let me see what he's really, what messages he's going on. Let me get with the vibes. What is he doing? What are we looking at here? My man, I had to compare it to Wayne when Wayne went rock. Was that shit that good? It wasn't that good. When Kanye went gospel, what you think about Kanye went gospel? I mean, that shit was all right. It was cool. I liked it. The church, the choir, and everything. That was cool. So this is Drake's Lil Wayne rock. This is Drake's Kanye gospel. And Kanye gospel wasn't bad. But Drake's dance isn't bad. If I go to the track, let me pull, fuck it. I'm going to pull up the track list right now. Let's see. What's it called? Drake, honestly, never mind. Track list. Let's go through real quick, because I know which one's off the top of my head like I'm fucking with. So, and also whether you're here live or you're here on the playback, whatever one, let me know if you fucking with it, if you're not fucking with it. It's cool, if you don't like it. What my guy Drake said. Drake said, you don't get it now. We're already here. You'll get here. So I ain't gonna lie, falling back, that ain't the vibe. I ain't gonna lie to you. That one's still to this day, and I try to get into it. I can't get into it. Text Go Green? Text Go Green is hard. Currents is hard. The Keeper is hard. Calling My Name, that whole little that pussy thing, that pussy is called. I just can't really get over that. I can't really get over that one. But then Sticky's great. I didn't like Massive at first, but after a couple listens, Massive's pretty good to me. Like I said, it's not. You gotta look at it from a different lens. I know people think when people say that it's like you giving Drake a cop out. You saying look at it. No, you just gotta look at it from. You gotta take away the Drake rap and you gotta take away the Drake R&B. You gotta take away all that and look at it what it is. It's a dance album. And like I said, a lot of people won't fuck with it because a lot of people listen to it in the wrong spaces. You ain't sitting at home alone with your headphones on, think you about to get the greatest rap album of the year. You think you about to get the greatest R&B album of the year. You got to go outside. You got to play it in the car, roll your windows down, let the heat hit you, let you feel it. And that's what you get from this album. Flight's Book is cool. Overdrive, kind of cool on Overdrive. Downhill's good. Tie That Bond's cool. Liability to me is fire. Got the chopped and screw sound, so it's a Houston thing. So like I said, you can say that's biased as well, but I like it. And then obviously, Jimmy Cooks, you could even just tell you could tell what people is fucking with by what they looking at the lyrics of it. So you can tell Jimmy Cooks people fucking with it, Sticky people fucking with it, Massive they fucking with it semi. Call him my name semi. A Keeper, they like it, it's cool. Tex Go Green is like I think the third highest behind Sticky and Jimmy Cooks, and then Falling Back is number 2. So as far as Drake goes, I am not really upset the way that this album thing. Well, I was initially upset because I was like, all right, bro. I was like, Kendrick drop. I got all the Kendrick fans. He's back. Look at the great. All this bullshit, right? So much Kendrick praise. The Warriors win a title every time Kendrick drops. All this praise, and praise to the brother. I'm not trying to diminish the brother, but we talking about competition here. I was like, all right. Kendrick album isn't trash, right? Kendrick album isn't horrible. But it ain't like, it isn't 5 years of waiting for this shit and it's like, oh my God, this shit's amazing. It's like, all right, it's cool. Nigga, you made me wait 5 years for that? That's where more of the criticism comes. Like, if he was dropping every year, it'd be like, okay, it's another album. But you made me wait 5 years for that. So I'm like, okay, Drake about to put his foot on his neck, chop his head off, end all discussions, and continue his run. But he didn't do that. He went with a dance album. And I feel like from the temperature I'm seeing online, this is, I don't think it's going to go exactly this way. But I can see through the summer heating up, people hearing the shit outside a little bit more, people feeling how other people feel. Because we are all creatures of, seeing what everybody kind of goes with. Initially, it's all shocking. Oh my God, what the fuck is this? Why do you do this? What is this shit? But eventually, they're going to see people bumping outside. They're going to listen to it at day parties. They're going to listen at your local brunch, your local bar turn, nightclub turn, pool party turn, whatever. You're going to hear it there. And you're going to get a little, okay, that beat is kind of palpitate with my heart. Like, I like this shit. So that's where I think the album's going. I was about to say it's going to be like Views. I remember when Views first came out, people shitted on Views. And it was all spearheaded, really, from what I remember, if I could redial my memory, from when Joe Budden famously went off on Views. But if you look back on Views in 2022, that shit damn near classic. And Drake said it on the album. Views already classic. Like, we already said it. Now, like I said, people can look at that, you just riding Drake dick. You're a Drake fan. Some may say stan, you're biased. If this is X, Y, and Z, you wouldn't be saying this. That may be true. That may be true. Maybe. But I got to see somebody else do it. I don't know anybody else who stepped out of their boundary to do something else besides Kanye. But you can also look at Kanye as like the gospel shit he already does. Those kind of like soul type samples. He was kind of flirting with it on Life of Pablo with Father's Day. He was already flirting with it. So we kind of knew kind of the direction he was trying to go with it. So you can't necessarily say that, he's doing something new. He's branched out something. But also with Drake, like I said, he's already done this type of thing before. He just hasn't done a full album of this. You listen to Passion Fruit. You listen to My Diamond Rhythm or whatever the hell that shit's called. Like he went this lane, but now he's doing a full project on it. Like I said, if it's not for you, it's not for you. But if you like a couple records on it, you like a couple records on it. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna like This is what I say, because I know people be like, well, you wouldn't get Kendrick this grace, or you wouldn't get this person's grace. If a person stepped out completely of something they don't normally do, and they just tried it, unless it was just dog shit horrible. Now, if you think this is dog shit horrible, I would disagree with you on that. But unless it was like dog shit horrible, I gotta at least commend you for trying something different. Now, like I said, if Drake was just strictly rapping, doing his R&B type of vibes on this shit, and it was trash, that's a different story. That's your lane. You being trash in your lane. How you being trash in your lane? But when you being, all right, cool, you got a couple records in another lane, I gotta salute that, man. Especially the biggest dancehall album of all time. If you don't think unless he pulls his shit back like he did last year from the Grammys, you don't expect now. All the dancehall people probably mad. Not dancehall, dance, whatever the fuck it is, electro, whatever. They might be mad, but the same way Kanye is not stealing because he's working, but taking every gospel award at every award show, I would expect that Drake would take every dance Grammy. If this is the highest selling Grammy, dance album of all time, you got to expect it. And like I said, people are pointing to the sales and saying, look, Drake did 230. I believe, honestly, if Drake did a Drake album, it wouldn't have done 230. I think people seeing the dance hall shit, people ain't into the dance hall shit. Maybe his rap fans ain't really with the dance hall shit. So I feel like that's where the numbers kind of come from. That's where I think so. Also, 8 hours before release, there's a lot of hype around it. Is this, is that. I think something's going on with the music industry. People say, because they can't sell bundles no more. That could probably most likely be the biggest thing of why people aren't selling the 600s that we saw a couple years ago, the 700s, even the 500s that we saw a couple years ago. Bundles are non-existent. And I was thinking about that today. I was thinking about the whole bundle thing. I was like, if you can't buy albums anymore, right? You can't buy albums no more. Well, you can buy albums, but people ain't buying albums no more, right? They're not buying albums. But they'll buy your merch. They'll buy tickets to your show. They'll buy all this stuff, right? It was bundled up as a package as an album sale. Looking back on that, I don't see why, maybe not ticket sales, because ticket sales, oh, salute to you, my guy. At the address or the P.O. box? Let me know, because I got to check, I check both. But anyways, man, salute to my... Jeez, man. Hold on, let me not get too excited. Let me get to my point. But answer my question. The P.O. box or the address. But let me get back to this. With the sales declining, and with people who were buying your merchandise, they were buying these things, these little trinkets. Honestly, I feel like they should reinstate. Okay, not P.O. Okay, salute. I think they should reinstate the bundle packaging, not just for Drake to get better numbers or for this person to get better numbers or that person to get in better numbers, but I don't think they count the bundles no more. That's why we see the decrease. Real Music says they sell bundles, but I think I think they've taken it out. It's times 0.5 though. I don't know what that means. I'm confused. You got me confused. But anyways, we'll get back to it. I'll get back there. You keep typing and I'll keep reading. But anyways, what I'm saying is, I think that if you're selling a t-shirt and you're selling a thing that's probably more expensive than an actual album and people are willing to buy that, motherfucker, let that count. Please let it count. Because I see some of these numbers going on. I don't know if music is devalued. I don't know what it is. Like last week I said, I don't know, or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, I don't know shit about numbers no more. When I saw Post Malone do 125, I was confused. Now, also, he didn't have a huge single like he did before. He had Rockstar. He had all these other big singles, Sunflower. He had a lot of this hype around him, whatever. Pandemic happens, you slow down, you don't drop, you ain't on tour, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that. But I would still assume that you're still that artist because you still have millions and millions of streams on Spotify. So I see him do 125, and I see Kendrick do 290, and I see now Drew and Drake do 230. Is it that people don't give a fuck about music no more? Should stream numbers be increased? Should stream numbers instead of, was it 1,500? Let me see, how many streams count for an album sale? Let's look that up, right? So, let me see. Let's get over there. All right, so the album award counts album sales, song sales, and on-demand audio or video song streams at the formula of 1,500 on-demand audio or video streams equals 10 track sales equals one album sale. So you have to do 1,500 streams just to do one album sale. Now, in the famous lines of Joe Budden, what is a stream worth? Who determines that is what a stream, 1,500 times? Now, obviously, there could be multiple different people listening to audio or a song or this or that, but goddamn, can we lower it a little bit? Like, who determined that? So that's another article now that says Billboard decides 1,250 streams equals one album sale. Oh, the album. No, Charles. We ain't doing that, big dog. I know I fuck with you. You my guy. You know you my guy. But it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Charles, I don't know where you live. I could swear one time maybe you said you was moving to Vegas or you was trying to move to Houston, you was moving to Texas, something. I ain't trying to put your business out there, but I remember you saying some about Vegas, some about Houston. If you go to Vegas, man, I ain't gonna lie to you, go to a little brunch, spend your little money, get yourself right at the pool party, and you hear some of this shit come on from Drake, you might feel the vibe. You might feel they ain't gonna give you what's my number for the album or what's my number for my phone number? Because you throwing out these requests, I'll be getting confused. But anyways, I think the album is good. That's why I said I want to know what a dance person said. I want to know what I want to know what a dance hall or a dance techno person. Because I was thinking about, I was like, man, these EDM niggas gonna rip this shit. The EDM, when them EDM festivals pop up, they gonna rip this shit. They gonna all night, they gonna rip it. The album, I ain't gonna lie to you. Because you know me. I'm a vibes guy. I'm a vibe guy. I'm a vibe guy. I got Kendrick 6.5. I gotta give my boy Drizzy 7.5, 8. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just because I like the project. If I had my phone picked up, you know, I would look at it. And I get you. I feel you. We want an album full of Jimmy Cooks. I know we do. We probably not going to get that. And I've accepted that. And maybe with Drake's new $500 million deal, maybe Drake knows, hey, I'm about to just do everything. Maybe Drake says, you know what, hey, I'm going to do my dance hall shit. Fuck it. I'm going to put on my guy Gordo, a.k.a. DJ Carnage. I'm going to put on my guy. Now, I ain't going to lie. It's not an 8. It's not an 8. I ain't going to lie. I was gassing it. But if I get Kendrick 6.5, and I can say, like, I do enjoy the vibes of this album better, I would give this one at least a 7.5. I like it more than the Kendrick album, just as far as entertainment. Now, if you're talking about content or this or that, you can have a discussion, you can have a debate. But we talking about, like, what's the vibes like? That's the vibes. But anyways, like I was saying, I don't even remember what I was saying. I lost track. I forgot what I was saying. I was just bigging up Drake's album. That's all I can remember. I mean, like I said, I did the thing earlier, right? I was reading the track list earlier. And it's once you get to Texas Green, you get to Currents, you get to Keeper, you get past Call My Name, because when you see, that one's kind of Then you get to Sticky, you get to Massive. There's probably like, out of the 14 tracks, maybe 4 that I'd be like, I'm cool on those. That's just me. So 10 out of 14, I would think that that's a pretty good, you know, when you divide that up, whatever score you get is whatever score you get. So if we want to do about that score, right? So 10, 14. So it's a 7. Like I said, it's a 0.71. Nah, man, you got to watch that live. The liability's hard. Text Go Green is hard. Sticky is hard. Massive is cool. There's some other, man, you got to just keep listening to it. Just keep listening to it. You'll figure it out. You'll like it. You may love it. Who knows? But anyways, I'm off the Drake shit. So, like, you know, I fuck with Drake. You say it's biased. You say it's this, say. It's cool. I'm not really tripping on it. So I want to do a stream. So this is also a Drake thing, right? Because I've been letting this seethe in my head for a while now, and I think I've said it on a podcast here or there. And this isn't a big story, right? This isn't like, oh my God, what do you think about this? I'm just glad that this is now happening. Because that whole wave of lookalike motherfuckers running around here, and oh, we got a little Dirk lookalike, oh, we got a Drake lookalike, oh, we got this. You super cabbing on that, Ben. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying it's, you know. And the Kendrick shit ain't trash. Kendrick shit cool. But I like the vibes over at the Drake. I like the vibes, man. A .71. I said it's a .71. We good. Kendrick 6.5, Drake 7.71. But anyways, you know what? I'm not gonna talk about that. I want to talk about this. I want to talk about this travesty. So we all know. We all know. You know, if you're a regular here on this channel, if you're a regular, you know how I feel about the Tory Lanez. It's worse than Don to take. You know how I feel about the Tory Lanez and the Meg Thee Stallion debacle situation they got going on. People in the chat say I'm biased because Meg Thee Stallion is from Houston. But I'd like to think that initially, when we didn't really have a lot of information, I felt like I was on point with my analysis. I was like, it ain't no way that this person will lie about this with so much to lose. And I was assuming that if Tory Lanez didn't do it, and there was actually a shooting that took place, and somebody else do it, i.e. the bodyguard, he would have said they did it. Now, people online, well, he would be snitching. Fuck all that. You got a career. You got a livelihood. I'm not risking 10, 20 for the bodyguard or the best friend that I'm just fucking. I'm not risking it. So we all know he got the gag order, right? Because it's like next level troll shit that Tory Lanez is doing. He got the gag order. He can't speak about nothing. Don't speak on Meg. Don't speak on the case. If you bring her up again, we send your ass to jail, right? That's the last time they was up in the court talking about shit like that. So now he's moved on to other ways to troll Meg without really directly speaking to Meg. And when I say travesty, I think this is a travesty because to me there are certain records that you do not touch. There are certain records you do not go to, remix, do something. This is me. Right? And I'm not even like super H-Town. I'm on swingers doing this, doing that. But there's certain records you don't touch. There's certain things you don't do. So Tory Lanez over the weekend dropped a song called City Boys or something. And it is with the legendary Zero Mo City Don sample, right? So it's like, if you're not from Houston or you don't know Mo City Don freestyle, you don't know, you just don't know. But down here, that's like the goddamn national anthem. You take your fucking hat off during the party and you stand there at attention. And then he remixed it.
Walking down, but I be having it. The bad little bitches that used to diss me, throwing that ass backwards. My ice chunky. I grew up right beside the junkies. I'm fucking that hold up pretty your face and ass just like a donkey. I be out east, fuck talking about pieces, about beef. Where I'm from, niggas talking down, we knocking out teeth. That's right, I put one in your grill. A nigga coming down in that color is steel. I got that screw in my cup and that Pimp C playing. And your bitch will get fucked if your bitch keep playing. I'm too ice for her life, what my wrist keeps saying. Kill that pussy once or twice, but I still keep slaying. And I beat that pussy blue like I'm took it. I can't even lie, man, that bitch almost took me.
Now, like I said, there's multiple layers to this shit, right? Now, I'm not saying, like, I always say this all the time because I get a lot of flack for the Tory Lanez shit because I can say, if he shot a woman in the foot, he should probably go to jail. Like, I'm a big proponent of that. If you did that, you should probably go to jail. But I'm never going to diminish the talent and the capability of Tory Lanez. Clearly he's talented. Like, he did a good job with doing it, but I still feel like certain records can't be touched, certain records shouldn't be, messed with. So the thing about the troll is, you know what, Meg? I ain't gonna say shit directly to you. I'm not even really doing too many bars about you. Meg Thee Stallion grew up in, I believe, South Park, which is on the south side of Houston. Mo City, south side of Houston. She's close to this area. This is a big record, right? I'm sure Meg knows it word for word. She's from Houston. He gets on it a week or a couple days after Meg Thee Stallion said she wants him under the jail. Under it. Send him away under it. He do this. He got Jay Prince Jr. interviewed, not Jay Prince Sr., Jay Prince Jr., right? Obviously, now I don't know the contractual obligations of Zero and whatever. I knew he used to have something going on, rap a lot, which obviously is Jay Prince. So I would assume they had to clear this record, right? So there's that level to it because Jay Prince sides with Carl Crawford, which 1501 against Meg. So it feels like, this is just me. And I know maybe Carl Crawford, who does business with Jay Prince, they look at Meg Thee Stallion, you left us, you went to Rock Nation. So I can see it from a business perspective, how you don't fuck with her, right? But I go like, if I was Meg Thee Stallion, and let's say she really did get shot. Because initially we saw Bun B, legend, Port Arthur, Houston, speak out against Tory Lanez in defense of Meg Thee Stallion. We see Maxo Cream speak out in defense of Meg Thee Stallion against Tory Lanez. But damn, the Godfather of Houston is and then your son is if I was Meg, I'd be like, damn, y'all, I know we got the beef. I know we got the 1501 Rock Nation beef. I get it. But y'all gonna let the man come record the video in the city on the most, my opinion, historic Houston song of all time. maybe not mainstream wise, maybe not, but in Houston, like I said, that is like dreams and nightmares, like on steroids out here. Perfect troll if you're Tory Lanez, because she's gonna get it. She's gonna probably hear it. She's gonna, you're gonna feel that. I would assume. But I don't know, man, it's a lot. There's a lot going on with that shit. I don't know. At this point with that trial, salute to you, Flying Low, salute to you, beating up. I'm just ready for that shit to take off so we can just see what happened. Give us the evidence. I'm surprised there ain't been a video, a leaked video, something to that effect that's came out yet. Because honestly, I'm tired. And I know everybody is, mad that Tory doesn't have Tory has a gag order. He can't speak about shit. But Meg's out here doing interviews on Rolling Stone, doing this, doing that. Honestly, I think she should be quiet as well. I think that she should be quiet as well. Because I don't know what she's chasing. I don't know what she wants. I don't know what she's looking for. The internet, at this point in time, with that Tory Lanez Meg Thee Stallion shit, has chosen a side. Or you're either neutral, don't give a fuck no more at this point, you rock with Tory, or you still rock with Meg. That's pretty much the internet split in 3 different ways. You don't give a fuck, you tired of hearing about it, you team Meg or you team Tory. That's it. At this point, people are staying on their side, and we're all waiting for trial. So the more she speaks, I feel like it's worse for her because people start to feel bad they feel sympathetic for him. Like, oh, he could get arrested for talking about it, but she can just blab off. She's saying her friend got paid off. Then the friend comes out and says that's a lie. So at this point, I don't know what, who, and how, or whatever to believe. But whatever trial date that is, I hope they stick to it. I hope they get it done. Let's get a speedy process going so we can get the truth. Because this story, albeit, it's good to talk about, people are engaged in it, but we gotta get this shit done, man. We gotta get this shit over. We gotta get it looked at. We gotta get it talked about. So now I gotta go with Blades. I'm from LA. I mean, nah, I wouldn't. No. I wouldn't say that. I would say Mostly Dawn is like the quintessential Houston record. Like, there's obviously other shit like, but I would say that is the quintessential record for Houston. And Tory hopped on it. He did a great job. Like I said, the brother's talented. He's good at being a chameleon. Like, he's able to blend into pretty much any genre. It seemed like that he wants to blend into. He wants to sound like he's from Houston and do that type of shit. He can blend over there. He wants to sound like an 80s R&B, 80s techno, whatever the fuck, the Weeknd type shit. He can blend into that. He want to do some R&B singing shit. He's a talented artist. And I do feel like if this Meg Thee Stallion stain wasn't lingering over him and he wasn't being blackballed by the industry and people was able to, fully embrace what they was getting from Tory Lanez, because I feel like he was like peaking. Like, he was going off quarantine radio. He was getting really popular. People was thriving. It was music. And then that Meg Thee Stallion shit hit. And although he got a lot of support because people are supporting him even through this because they think Meg's lying, I feel like it'd been like a more mainstream support. Like, he would be one of the guys that are spoken about when we speak about Lil Baby, when we speak about Rod Wave, when we speak about Polo G, when we speak about these people, because he's got the talent. He's probably, to be 100% honest, he's probably more talented than every artist that's out right now. To be completely honest with you, maybe besides Chris Brown. And I don't know if Tory can dance, but we talk about singing. We talking about like rapping. Like, you remember when he was going at it with Jordan Lucas, when he was going at it with Don Q, when he was rapping? He's one of the best. I talk shit about him because when my friend, for me, when people hype people up too much, I got to shit on them. I'm sorry, that's just me. He was telling me Tory was the greatest, his favorite. I said, fuck Tory Lanez. This is before the Meg Thee Stallion shit. But I got to give it up. The brother can sing. The brother can rap. I was watching he got these little shits he do where he put out, he go live on Twitch, and he made a song in like 5 minutes. I was like, hey, he's talented, but did he shoot Meg Thee Stallion? Fuck, I don't know. I don't know if he did or not. We'll see. So, whew. That's hot in this motherfucker. Now, what y'all got? There's 8 people up in here. Salute y'all, whoever here. My boy Flying Low said, yeah, I'm just waiting for the trial and facts. I gave Amber Heard a fair hearing, and that's a white devil name. Like I said, the thing about Amber Heard, too, is like, the thing for Amber Heard is, she would just seem and look like she was full of shit. Although, I still do think Johnny Depp is a piece, like, was doing some hoe ass shit. Like I don't think he was just like the victim. Like I thought he was initially, and I started watching a little bit of the trial, hearing a little bit of things. You the Amber Heard's line, this person's line, but Johnny Depp was still doing some fuck shit as well. But I don't think he was beating on her like the way she was making it seem. But he was still doing some weird shit. I think that's why I went burnt out on her. I think now we're seeing the reverse Me Too movement. It's the I didn't do it or I didn't do it movement. I don't know. Like they got this list that they got these people. They got Meg on the list, Amber Heard on the list. They got Jada Pinkett on the list. They got like 2 other people. I forgot who the other 2 people they had on the list, but they got this list of people that they can't wait to just fall and crash into not a fiery death, but they're how do I explain it? They're get what's coming to you. They get what's coming to them, right? So Tory had an issue with your King Drake, and we. Oh yeah, he did have a little tiff with Drake. I remember that. That's nothing. Like, Daystar, like come on, like he wanted to be Drake. Like you beef with me, and you want to beat me. Like that wasn't even really a thing. Like because the only people I don't even really beef with people who beef with Drake. Because I mean, except for Pusha T, like that's why niggas be boosting him up. Like, oh, Pusha T's the greatest. Man, shut the fuck up, man. 10, 50 years now, they ain't gonna give a fuck about Pusha T. We talk about the greatest of all time. We talking about like people like that. Like they're not gonna mention Pusha T. He's a great whoever you can name me a great player from like the 90s in basketball, the early 2000s for basketball. That was a good player. He had his time. He was like on the cusp. Maybe could have been an all-star, or maybe was an all-star for like 2 seasons. But he kind of went away with his thing. But he ain't Kobe. He ain't Jordan. He ain't LeBron. He ain't Curry. He was just a guy that was there for a little bit, cool. And then he, launder off into history. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at Pusha T. Bryce says I've listened to the weekend. Oh, no, I ain't stopped doing that. I was shitting on Meek Mill for a little bit, but y'all know I rock with Meek Mill. But that's just because I was fucking around. I ain't really feel anyway, like as a grown-ass man, like, fuck Meek Mill. Like, it wasn't that serious for me to go out, go ride with that movement. So I do want to react to something, right? And I don't usually do this, but I've been wanting to like just have fun, free flow, talk shit, do my thing. Cause I feel like sometimes the shit get a little too stuffy, a little too, too corporate. It feel like, okay, here's the clip, here's what we're talking about today, this is how we're gonna do it, this is what we're gonna do. So I wanted to just watch them. So I was watching, and I just want to react to it with y'all. So I was watching the No Jumper Monday show they got, right? So today they had the Poetic Flacco guy, right? They got the Gina Views girl, they got AD, and they got Pun. And Poetic Flacco almost got into a physical fight at No Jumper with this guy named 16 Shot Him, who's a cameraman or some shit in Chicago. I think he does interviews kind of like Say Cheese, kind of like Vlad, like that type of style. I think so. I'm not like 100% fucking sure. They was beef with Bandman Kevo. They talked about it on here, and I just want to play this. And I want to get your thoughts on this, because I had a different opinion than what I felt like the people on the panel thought. But let's just go through it. Let's watch it, and let me know what you guys think. All right, so this is the clip.
Happen for y'all to be
Fuck
here.
all this right now. Let's get into what just happened.
Let's talk
Talk
about
it, Flacco.
What just happened? What did I just walk into up here?
Well, you walk into a real calm situation. You feel me? Where everybody was,
I don't know, Flacco. I think you was about to get your shit slid.
Nah, man.
That's what I saw.
So I heard you was about to get fucked up.
By who?
But I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say the name. But you was about to get your shit slid.
Nah.
Big AD had to protect
And you feel me? Episode
16
1
shot him.
of the Monday show, I said, I don't want to fuck with no police shit. Don't be out here disrespecting people because somebody gonna get at you.
My nigga Flacco was
Somebody
behind.
got at you.
Was you happy you was behind Big AD?
No.
Oh, he got behind you? He was behind me.
Pause.
Well, first off, AD, right, asked, do y'all want to go outside and shoot the one? I said, yeah, let's go.
Oh, we got this? He did say that.
And the other person turned it down, so I don't know.
You said that because AD was right there.
How, 1-on-1?
Yeah.
Anyways, whoa.
What?
Hey, Flacco, you with the shit, bro. I believe you.
I ain't gonna lie, I was watching this shit, and I was like, she don't like that nigga. She don't like that nigga. And also, you my co-host. You my co-host. You supposed to be rocking with me. Why you rocking? I don't even like the word ops, but you rocking with the ops. You bigging him up. Like this is what they got hate. This is what they got hate. I hate so much about like rap media and like rap shit. I don't understand why everybody thinks that because somebody is a rapper that they gonna beat your ass. We've seen plenty of rappers tape of them boxing or doing whatever the fuck, and they are not coordinated at all. Now they might shoot somebody, they might do whatever, this, that. When it comes to fighting, how many rappers have you actually seen that got into fights that you like, that guy could whoop my ass? Now, back in the 90s or early 2000s, you look at 50, now I'm just saying this obviously because of size, 50 probably fuck you up, right? The game probably fuck you up. But if you look at these new rappers nowadays, they like 5'7", 6', 145 pounds soaking wet. Like they're not these mass monsters like they had back in the early 2000s. They're little guys. It's like they have that notion because you street and you not, he gonna whoop your ass. How you know? But I'm gonna continue with this. Let's continue.
No. Yo, wait, no.
This nigga, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna give you. Oh, what happened with my? You turning mine down.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna give you props for not. Flacco was not pussy in here. He was not scared. I don't know. He had the energy. You feel me? But what I was saying is
the audience does not agree with you.
And what?
The audience is
in the same sense. You can't talk like that and then say you gonna call the police.
What? No. What? No.
If something would have happened here, would you have called the police on him?
Tell me. I said no. Wait. Right?
You just said you would.
No. Right?
You was gonna call the police?
Wait. No. And he. Huh? No, fuck no. Wait, no, fuck no.
Yes or no?
Against him?
Call the police. Yes, Flacco, no. if you
Against him? No, fuck no.
That nigga Flacco mind in the loop. This nigga, you can't be. It's like I understand that because like I feel like he's still mad, right? You got fucking Gina. She's like, okay, you rolling with the niggas that was trying to fuck with me. Obviously, you don't like me. AD and them, they joking around. They're having a good time, whatever. But you in a loop. You in a tizzy because you getting questioned and you got a stutter. So it's like it's got to be hard for you to answer all these goddamn questions.
You're telling people to suck your dick.
No. Right? He asked her, right? Are you gonna press charges? I said no. Let's get the one, right? Because AD said right again.
Yeah.
Right?
I just didn't want you to get packed out. You feel me?
Nah, bro.
Now,
Listen.
what would happen if
What
you would
AD
have
was
lost?
doing was stalling you.
If you would have lost, what would happen?
I lost. I mean, the hell? Fuck it.
You want to call the police?
Nah.
He just said on the couch you would call the police.
No. Not against him though. You feel me? Like right,
So
bro.
against
Listen.
who?
Now look. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how this really would have went because what I just seen, it was bad. It was beyond talking at that point.
What did you see?
Feel me?
Fill me in, because I don't know.
Flacco continued to taunt and call this man names. He called him a
wasn't
clout
taunting.
chaser. He was bringing up shit. He was disrespecting him. And he was sitting there calm.
That's cap.
It's true. I was right there.
He was sitting there
on the
calm.
interview.
He was
That's
calm
true.
as fuck. He was just letting Flacco do all his name calling. He let him send him. He let it come out.
That's
the
cap, though.
nigga responded back with one thing to Flacco. He called Flacco Kevo. When he called Flacco
And Kofi Pryor.
Kevo said, when he called...
What does that mean, calling you Kevo?
When he called him Kevo, he called him Bandman, referring to Bandman Kevo because he was having Bandman Kevo back like he on payroll.
Damn.
That's cap.
He told
Flacco told him suck
said,
my
hey,
dick.
suck my dick.
You told him suck your
This
dick.
young man, this gentleman,
Okay.
responded back and said, nigga, I'll slap the shit out of you.
Damn.
Flacco said,
Do it.
do it.
He did it. He said that. Flacco said it.
Let's go,
Some
Flacco.
spit was transferred from this side of the table to
yeah.
the other side of the table.
And I spit back.
And if AD did not stand up, you would have got slid.
How? Wait, by him?
Yes.
What? Like this is the thing. Like you my co-host. That no bullshit. Like I said, she got to fight for him. She got like obviously get the brawl with him or do whatever because she's a woman. But that does not look good. That'll look for camaraderie for all these. That just do not look good. And I get the points that they make because this is a shorter clip, right? So there's a lot of things that go into this whole situation that I was watching and listening to, right? So Putting Flacco is obviously like he's like an apple off of the academics tree of New Age media, right? Like, obviously, it's not even a fucking like it's not a diss. It's like that's just what it is. But he's like on another level with it. Obviously, now I'm ready to see this interview come out because I want to see how the dynamic actually went. Were you disrespecting the dude the whole time, or were you just making statements like, "Hey, you did X. That's a clout chasing move." Yada yada yada, right? Because they said later on in the interview that the guy was telling Flacco, you a Bandman Kevo dick sucker, you this, you that, whatever. And then obviously he spit on him. Like, once you spit on me, now he said he spit back. I don't know about spitting back, but once you spit on me, I would feel like it's like, fuck that. We gotta whoever you are, right? You gotta fight at that point. Whether you win or lose, you gotta fight at that point. But the thing that was the most off-putting about this whole thing was Gina. It's like she was like I feel like she really want to see him get his ass whooped. Just so her, I told you that. Like, I hate I told you so ass motherfuckers. I don't care what it is. Whether it's a relationship, your goddamn mama, your homeboy, your something. I told you so person is the worst motherfucker to be around. So she's like, wait on that. Like, I told you the first episode this is going to happen to you. Now look what's going on. Now also, Poetic Flacco could be very, abrasive, and he stands on his points. That's a good thing to have in media. You say something, they come in front of you, you say it again, people salute that. This situation for him is only great. It only springboards him. But it brings me back to a conversation I saw, because I think him and Academics and Adam was talking about him. And they was speaking about how he sounds like Academics, he's like Academics, whatever, right? And Academics spoke about it on his stream. And he was like, if you want to be the guy, you want to be standing next to, like he said, I want to be standing next to Academics, Charlemagne, Joe Budden, Vlad, whatever. You want to be those guys? You're not going to be these guys working with no jumper. I honestly feel like if the shit, like you got like a couple more tries, right? You got a couple more. It's like the Selena and the other chick, right? Like they were saying, hey, I suck this rapper dick, naming names, doing this, doing that. Now you become a liability to the company. How many more altercation run-ins can Flacco go through where No Jumper's like, you know what? You're a liability. We salute you for the views. We salute for you being a talking point for the channel for about 2 months. But at this point, we got to let you go. And also for him, do you want to be entrenched in that type of danger all the time? Now, those are decisions that they got to make on the corporate side and in his own personal life. But let me, I was going off on that. So, but let's continue watching it.
Wait,
So AD jumped in the middle. I jumped in the
AD
middle.
saved that man life.
how though?
Would you say AD saved you?
No, like
Would you
save
say
my
he saved
life
you?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
against him?
Yes or no?
No, bro. I wasn't terrified of this nigga. No,
I'm
fuck
letting you
no.
know right now, Flacco, that is the diet version of what's to come if you continue to disrespect people, which I have been saying since episode one.
Wait, hold on. Let me say this. I don't have a problem, Flacco, I don't have a problem with you giving your opinion. You feel me? I think you funny. I think you witty with the shit. I have a good time watching you and your content.
Of course.
You're very entertaining, like I said when you did the booth.
When you talk to street niggas and you telling street niggas like, nigga, watch what happens next. Watch what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, you said watch.
You was talking like you was about to get some kickback, bro.
Here, right?
And you said you was to call the police if some shit happened.
Nah, right.
You
So
can't
backtrack
be
though.
half and half, Flacco.
Wait,
said,
right? So
he was like,
backtrack though.
watch.
He said, watch.
Nah,
Watch. Just
nah.
Watch what? What
Big
we
gas
watching?
it. Nah, let's cap right. So
You didn't say
let's-
watch?
Let's hear your side. Let's hear your
Right
side.
here, right. So
All right,
wait,
tell you
What's your side?
wait, right. So backtrack it though, right? So again, the interview started off though, right? Comments like that, right? Now, bro asks, why did you call me a clout chaser, right?
Yeah.
I gave my reason and refused to backtrack off calling him a clout chaser, right? So bro kept bringing up, why'd you call me a clout chaser? I told him why, right? He kept bringing it up, right? So, right? Like, so like when they say like, I kept calling him, right? Like,
You kept calling him a fraud.
How many times you call him a cloud chaser?
Too many.
Too
he
many.
kept asking me
He
why.
called him a clout chaser.
How many times you call him one,
a
though?
fraud.
Every time he
Suck
asked
my
me,
dick.
right?
He was.
Rough estimate. How many times?
Bro, I don't know, because
Rough
right?
estimate. Just throw a number out there.
Right?
He couldn't keep count.
Now I can say is that what Flacco says in online, he says in person.
100%.
He 100%. He stood on.
You stood on that.
You stood
You
on your opinions, which I respect when it came down to it. My whole thing is that the Flacco that I know is like, hey, I'm a peaceful guy.
Yeah, of
I'm not
course.
no street dude. What I just seen was Tupac, Flacco.
He spit on me though, right? Listen,
So this is the thing, right? So it's like, I feel like, especially in LA, right? Because I don't know about gang shit, you creepy blood, and like, that ain't got shit to do me, right? But at the end of the day, standing on your opinion and, defending yourself is not just a street guy trait. At the end of the day, it's a human trait. We see fucking random ass white bitches get down fighting. They're like a street thing to get down and fight people. Now, if you start saying like I'm gonna spin the block, like that, okay, that's some street shit. Like I don't know why you talking like that. But if we're in a conversation, like an honest conversation, me and you were having a conversation, and I'm like, hey, I think you was clout chasing when you did X, Y, and Z. This is some clout chasing shit. I'm giving you my honest opinion. People want honesty, but they only want honesty when it's like fake bullshit type of honesty. Like, oh, I don't know what the fuck analogy to use, but like they don't really like honesty. Like with No Jumper, obviously they got to play politics shit. They got gang member people. They got, relationships. They do interviews. So they got to play that role and teeter-totter on that line because They're in LA, one, so that's a major city. Artists fly in and out of there. They do interviews. More artists go in and out of that place. So they got a teeter-totter on the line. So you're not going to really get raw and unfiltered content from them about at least artists that, you know, are popping and relevant. Now, they'll talk shit about people who ain't nobody. But when it comes to, like, big-name people, they most likely will teeter-totter on the line. And, you know, that's cool. That's your thing. Whatever, right? But when a man spit on you, I can see how you could get enraged. You can get mad. You can do these things that you want to do. And there's a lot more to it. Like, that was just 6 minutes. They was talking about this shit for like 30 minutes. So I thought it was going to be a longer clip. But I understand that. Now, I also understand that you can give your opinion on somebody without being super disrespectful. Now, like I said, I feel like the No Jumper clan is a little bit skewed towards Flacco. He's a little, like I say, he's abrasive. He speaks his mind a little too much. They may not like that. They got their politics shit. So they're like a little off put by him, but they fuck with him because his name brings views. They know, hey, bring Flacco on. It's going to bring views. It's going to be a moment. People are going to talk about it. They like that. But that statement he made, like, oh, I thought you was a civilian, but now you're a street guy. It's like, at the end of the day, a man is a man. At the end of the day, a man is a man. If a guy spits on me, whatever I say, who gives a fuck? If a guy spit on me and I say, man, fuck you. What's up? Hey, you're not a street guy. You fucking spit on me. Now you can say, you can say, hey, you called him a clout chaser. You told him to suck your dick, but don't also forget all the other shit he was saying about me as well. To go convenient with whatever narrative you want. Well, look, because I told you, Flacco, this was going to happen. Girl, you let every other goddamn thing that happen. From what we're seeing, from what we're hearing. Like I said, when they put the interview out, I don't know why they're being vague. They ended up bringing the name up like 15 times. If you watch these shows, it's easy to kind of tell who they're talking about. The 16 shot him guy. But, you know, that was just something I saw that was interesting. That was like, you know, but that's that LA type of shit. It's like, you know, there's street culture, and then you're a regular guy, and like, hey, don't talk to street dudes like this because they don't play. And that's good advice for most people. Because like I said, as far as fighting people, anybody really has a chance when it comes to fighting somebody. Now, if you're talking about shooting and you're not willing to shoot, then that's where you're a little bit off of your base. And also, like I said, Poetic Flacco is, first of all, he's not from a major city. He's from North Dakota. So obviously, his perception and his reality a big city living is only geared from the internet. That's it. That's it. It's geared off the internet. So when you see him talk the way he talks or the things he says, because he even had a one take. Like, I wouldn't even go this far. Like, he had one take on there. I was like, well, that's a fucking bullshit take. Like, that's clearly an internet fucking take. That's a take that doesn't make any sense. He said that. What did he say? He said that because Kendrick Lamar did 298 and Drake did 230 with a dancehall album. Kendrick is done. I don't think I would even say that. Now, I said, is Kendrick as popular as he was? I don't think anybody, I'm not looking at the numbers, I don't think anybody's as popular as they was at one point. But, you know, to say that he's done for, that's a crazy fucking take. That's a debatable take. But let me see what y'all talking about real quick. So, no, we're running up on Flacco. He looked like an L7. What's that, a square? I mean, they was about to get it popping, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you might, that's the thing, right? If like, in academics, he made a good point, because I remember him talking about this a long time ago. He said, like, if people really wanted to get you, they can get you, right? Now, I don't know Flacco. He's in L.A. Obviously, I don't think his platform and his voice is as respected as academics, because a lot of people, at least rappers, they look at academics like, you really don't want to get on his bad side, because he has a very powerful platform that could potentially make or break you. Like, I feel like there's a whole generation of people that talk shit about Meek Mill just because of the fact that academics are talking shit about him and putting smut on his name, saying he can't get a number one album without Drake, or he can't do this without Drake. Whatever he was saying, now there's a whole generation that puts smut on Meek Mill's name, i.e. Trill the photographer, right? Flacco, he don't got that yet. You got 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. He's very entertaining. He's a host on No Jumper, but your platform isn't that where academics is. So I feel like you have a more of a chance of getting ran down on, because people feel like if they run down on you, there's really no cause or effect to their career. You just a motherfucker popping off the mouth. We're going to beat your ass. That's how I look at it. But I don't wish on nobody, because the person who talks, you know, I don't talk wild, crazy shit, but I say my opinion. You don't want that happening to people. You don't want them to get ran down on, beat up, done all this type shit to them. So, anyways, it's not even like that. I'm assuming you're talking about LA because you're from LA. This is the thing too. But like being from Houston, right? I don't know shit about LA. I just know shit I see in here. Now I've been to LA, right? I mean, I wasn't maybe because I'm a civilian or whatever. Like, and this was like 2016, I think we went there, maybe 2017. It didn't seem like this place where you got like. Watch where you go. You go 2 routes over. You'll be here. You'll be this. Don't be here after night. It didn't feel that way. It felt like just a normal, big city. Like my friend. Well, I didn't go with them. I fell asleep. But they had like went to. I think they drove to Compton, like on some like. You see these motherfuckers like driving the old block and shit like that. So they went to Compton because obviously Compton is like a spot you hear about. Oh, it's the mythical Compton. They went there at nighttime. I mean, they were just driving around. It didn't happen to them, so they just drove through and got out. Now, I'm not saying it's not dangerous because we see shit going on, but, who knows? So remember on Flavor of Love, when that white girl spelled in the hood chick, the things I remember. Yeah, I mean, New York and I forgot what the white girl's name was. But reality TV New York, you got to know that shit. But I wonder how that goes. Like, why is that? Like, that's your first thought. Like, I'm going to spit on you. Because if the 16 shot him guy's first response is to spit on Flacco, that means he has I feel like if you're gonna spit on somebody, you have no respect for their fight game, for them as a person. Like you spit on shit you don't like. Like I feel like spitting on someone's like the lowest form of respect. Like it's like punches. It's like this is the ranking. Like if you respect someone, you give them the fair one. Like we could fight it out, right? You walk up and slap the shit out of somebody, you don't really got no respect for them. But when you spit on somebody, it's like, bro, you're like an ant. You're like nothing. Like I do not fuck with you. To even have that get it up there, that's just crazy. That's just wild. I think Flacco is dope, but no Jumper family be hating because he booming. The content to Adam, so as long as no guns are involved. But there's that, no guns are involved. But also you got to think about the safety and precautions of everybody that's in the studio. Because these guys keep saying that if you would have got beat up or you would have gotten to a fight here, we as employees here with you, we have to fight as well. So now, let's say AD, and I don't know if Pun would have hopped in, but let's say AD hopped in. So Pun hopped in on the strength of AD. They got into a fight with however many people they had. And let's say they kind of beat up AD and Pun and Flacco. Now, I don't know people's ties and shit like that, but you assume they got some type of ties. AD and Pun are in LA, then that creates a bigger issue outside. It's like a spiral effect of issues that are created due to Flacco doing certain things that he's doing at No Jumper. That's why I said you might get fired or you might just be like, hey, you're on a very, very short leash here at No Jumper. Very short leash. All that rah-rah talking shit, do that on your channel, but when you here, we ain't doing that shit. We like it because it's content. We like it. That shit's going to go viral. Interview against, man, that shit's going to be on the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, Hollywood Unlocked, Academics, DJ. That shit's going to be everywhere when it drops. And that's one of the moments. If you want to, like, fuck all that, like, it's cool, like, being cookie cutter and shit like that, that's cool, right? Oh, I'm a cookie cutter person. I'm Oprah. I'm Ellen. I'm like, that's great. You can have a longevity. You can have a career for that. But if you want to be like, and Oprah's a legend, obviously. But if, like I always says, if you want to be like legendary, you're legendary by consistency and you're legendary by the moments that you have, right? Like Charlamagne has his moments, right? He has a ton of great interviews, ton of points and all this shit, but he has those moments that you can look back on like, damn, you remember when that happened? Like, let's say Birdman, that's a moment. Onyx, the guy from Onyx, that's a moment. Beanie Siegel happened. That's like, you have those moments. So even with Academics, like you got the Vince Staples shit, you got the, I don't know these other moments, but he's got his big rants, Chrissy Teigen. Like, you need those moments. You need moments that go viral because there's always memories. It's like a hit record. Moments like that are like a hit record. They never go away. And they're always respun. They're always talked about. So this could be the stepping stone for Flacco's first mainstream moment. Now, 16 Shot 'Em isn't a big enough name, so I don't know if they're going to pick it up. Like, it has the No Jumper name attached to it, and obviously these guys aren't big, huge names, but it's got the potential to be your first moment. And honestly, I don't think it would backfire on him. I honestly feel like Flacco will get more respect as a personality in hip hop for standing up for himself and stating his opinion over and over again. So when you see Beanie Siegel telling Charlamagne, if I don't respect whatever the fuck like you, or I'll slap the hell out of you, and Charlamagne's just sitting like, I mean, okay, well, if you're still here, you gonna do it or not? You kind of respect that a little bit more because you're like, oh, that guy don't just talk shit on the internet. He'll say it to him when they're sitting right there. That's the way academics right now, right? This is the way academics, how I feel about academics at this point in his career. Like he said, if he see Mark Lamont Hill, he's gonna spit on him. Now when you put that out into the atmosphere, you gotta stand on that. When you say shit about my son and this or that, Freddie Gibbs on, you gotta stand on that now when you see them. The Willie, will they ever meet them? Who knows? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm like, at that point now, you gotta stand on that shit. Will he stand on it? We don't know. So, we talk about Tory Lanez, we talk about that, we talk about this, talk about that. Yeah, let's see. What y'all got? How many people got here? 5 people in here. Salute to y'all who watching right now. Salute. I know it's a late live, but salute to you guys. I think that's all I'm gonna get into today. Did Beyonce drop the record? But who gives a fuck about Beyonce? I love Beyonce. Houston's on. I love her. She's great. But I listen to that shit. It just sounds like a Drake song. Like as far as the new dancehall shit. I feel like I don't know if something's going on in the industry where dance music is gonna become like the new pop culture, like new thing. But Beyonce's new record sounds like a dance record. But I feel like she can get away with it because she does that type of record. I mean, not really a dancing, but she sings and shit like that. But that's all I got. I mean, we got shit like Michael Jackson and Chris Brown and yada, yada, yada. But I feel like that's good enough for tonight. I got on here because tomorrow I got a new thing going on, new shifteroo going on. So most likely tomorrow, me and Bryce will be on here, Absolute Sure Podcast. So make sure you subscribe and not subscribe right now. If you haven't liked the video yet, make sure you like the video so when people come and watch the video, they know what's going on with the video. So make sure you like the video if you haven't liked it already. Like I said, Absolute Sure Unsure Podcast will either be tomorrow or it'll be Wednesday. But if we don't do it tomorrow, then I'll be back here tomorrow at nighttime to go live and talk my shit as well. So, like I said, appreciate Flying Low. Appreciate real music. Salute to my boy Charles motherfucking Edward Cheese. Anybody else in the chat that says something? No, scrolling. All right, man. I'll see you tomorrow. Y'all go do your thing. Y'all have a good night. Y'all stay blessed and stay prayed up. I'll see y'all then. It's your boy D-Friend. Have a good one, brother. Salute to you. Salute to you, real music, man. I'll see y'all boys tomorrow. Peace. You was copping, please, for Drake. No. You can scroll it and watch. I mean, my nigga was doing the dance all shit is a vibe. But you can watch it on the replay. Salute to you, Flying Low. We'll be back tomorrow, man. Peace.